In the middle of America's most crowded state, there's a million-acre forest, and they say it's cursed. We're talking about a legend that's been haunting this place for nearly 300 years. On a moonless night, people swear you can still hear the screams. It's a sound that doesn't belong to any animal we know. They say it's the cry of the 13th child, a creature born from a witch's curse, a deal with the devil, and a monster that has terrorized this forest for centuries. They call it the Jersey Devil. Tonight, we're going straight into its home. We're hunting for the truth. So, to figure out what we're even looking for, we have to go back. Way back. This is a piece of American folklore that's actually older than the nation itself. It starts in the dark woods of southern New Jersey, a place called the Pine Barrens. The most popular version of the story takes us to the year 1735. It all revolves around a woman known as Mother Leeds. She already had 12 children and was living in poverty out in the isolated wilderness of Leeds Point. When she found out she was pregnant for a 13th time, she was so distraught that she supposedly threw her hands up and cursed the unborn child, crying out, "Let it be the devil!" A few months later, on a dark and stormy night, Mother Leeds went into labor. What happened next is the stuff of nightmares. The child was born, and for a moment, it seemed normal. But then it began to change. The legend says the infant twisted into a monstrous creature with a head like a horse or goat, a long serpentine body, and huge leathery bat wings. It had clawed hands, cloven hooves for feet, and eyes that glowed with a terrifying light. With a blood-curdling scream, the creature reportedly attacked the midwife, unfolded its new wings, and shot up the chimney, vanishing into the darkness of the Pine Barrens. And that's where it has supposedly lived ever since. Of course, like any great legend, the story has a few different flavors. Some say Mother Leeds was a witch, and the child's father was the devil himself. Others claim a clergyman cursed her, and another version suggests the devil was tragically just a child with severe deformities, twisted by superstition into a monster. But the story didn't just fade away. The creature, first known as the Leeds Devil, became the local boogeyman. It was blamed for dead livestock, strange tracks, and those eerie screams in the woods. And this is where the story gets a major credibility boost from some seriously high-profile witnesses. Around 1820, Joseph Bonaparte, Napoleon's older brother and the former king of Spain, was living in exile on his estate in Bordentown. During a hunting trip, he claimed to have come face to face with a strange hissing creature that matched the descriptions. Around the same time, naval hero Commodore Stephen Decatur was at the Hanover Mill Works testing out new cannonballs. He reportedly saw a bizarre flying creature, fired a cannonball straight at it, and the shot did absolutely nothing. These accounts from respected, well-known men helped cement the Jersey Devil's place in American folklore. It wasn't just a ghost story anymore. It was a phenomenon, a mystery that refused to die. You can't talk about the devil without talking about its home, the New Jersey Pine Barrens. This isn't just some local park. The Pinelands National Reserve covers over 1.1 million acres of southern New Jersey. It's a sprawling, beautiful, and, according to many, a deeply haunted wilderness of pine, oak, and cedar swamps. For centuries, the Pine Barrens buzzed with industry. Iron furnaces and glass factories created small towns deep in the woods. But when coal was discovered in Pennsylvania, these industries went bust. By the late 19th century, whole towns were abandoned, left for the forest to swallow them whole. Today, the Pine Barrens has more ghost towns than some claim exist in the entire American West. Places like Batstow Village and Harrisville are now just crumbling ruins being reclaimed by nature. So this whole forest is just soaked in stories. It's not just the devil said to roam here. Legends tell of Captain Kidd's headless ghost still looking for buried treasure, or the ghost of a young boy haunting a lonely stretch of Burnt Mill Road in Atco. The sense of isolation out here is total. You can drive for miles on sandy roads, your cell service long gone, without seeing another car. It feels cut off from the modern world, like a pocket of a wilder, more mysterious time. The acidic tea-colored water and the twisted pygmy pines create a landscape that feels almost alien. It's easy to see how a place like this could give birth to a monster. The forest itself feels alive, and its silence is heavy with secrets. It's the perfect environment for a predator to thrive, and the perfect landscape for a legend to endure. As dusk settles over the pines, the forest changes. The thick canopy overhead makes it get dark down here fast, and every little sound gets amplified. The snap of a twig, the rustle of leaves. Out here, everything makes you turn your head. This is when our hunt begins. We're heading deep into Wharton State Forest, right into the core of the Pine Barrens. The roads have turned from pavement to sand, and the trees are closing in. This is the heart of the Devil's Territory. The most intense flood of modern sightings all happened in 1 week, back in January 1909. Panic swept across the Delaware Valley as hundreds of people reported seeing the creature or finding its strange cloven tracks in the snow. It was supposedly seen attacking a trolley car in Haddon Heights and a social club in Camden. Police in multiple towns allegedly fired at it, but their bullets had no effect. The fear was so intense that schools closed and people stayed home from work. It's even rumored that the Philadelphia Zoo offered a $10,000 reward for the creature's capture. For one terrifying week, the myth felt terrifyingly real. That's the energy we're tapping into tonight. The air is cold and still. The silence is almost deafening. It's a heavy, pressing quiet that makes your own heartbeat sound like a drum. Wait, did you hear that? It's a high-pitched sound, almost a scream, but it got cut short. The classic description of the creature's cry is a blood-curdling scream. And that wasn't far off. We're pushing further in. The deeper you go, the more the forest tests you. Your mind starts playing tricks. Every shadow looks like a figure. The wind in the pines sounds like whispering. This is what the Pine Barrens does to you. The isolation and the weight of the legend create this atmosphere of pure dread. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. There's another sound, a heavy rustling in the bushes, just past our lights. That's not a deer. It's too heavy. Too deliberate. We're standing frozen, just listening. The sound stops as quickly as it started. There's nothing. The silence is back, and now it feels even heavier. Whether it's just an animal, the wind, or our own nerves getting the best of us, the experience is real. The fear is real. This forest has a way of making you feel like anything is possible. That maybe, just maybe, something ancient and unknown is still out here, watching from the darkness between the trees. As the first light of dawn cuts through the canopy, the forest starts to lose its edge. The shadows pull back, and the familiar sound of birds replaces the unnerving quiet of the night. We didn't capture the Jersey Devil. We didn't get our definitive photo or recording. But the hunt was never really about bagging a monster. It was about chasing a legend. It was about stepping inside a story that's been told for generations and feeling its power right where it was born. After a night in the Pine Barrens, you get it. You understand why the legend of the Jersey Devil has survived for so long. This forest is its own world, vast, disorienting, and filled with a profound sense of isolation and history. You feel the ghosts of the old towns, you feel the weight of the wilderness, and you can't help but wonder what could be hiding in its million-acre expanse. The story of the Jersey Devil is so ingrained in the culture here that many believe it's the official state demon. That idea itself seems to be an urban legend, likely born from a tongue-in-cheek line in a 1939 book, as no official law was ever passed. Still, its grip on the imagination is undeniable. Is the Jersey Devil a real undiscovered creature that has somehow evaded us for centuries? Or is it a powerful folktale? A ghost story that represents our fear of the dark, wild places still left on the edges of our crowded world. We may never know for sure, but as we leave the Pine Barrens behind, one thought lingers. On a cold, moonless night, deep in these woods, the legend feels very, very real. And the question hangs in the air, carried on the wind through the pines. Is it still out there? So, what's your take? Is the Jersey Devil a real creature, or is it one of America's greatest ghost stories? Let me know your theories in the comments below. I've heard from people who swear they've seen something out here, and I want to hear those stories too. And if you want to join me on the next hunt for the truth behind a legend, make sure you subscribe. There are more monsters to find,